She is gone. Guys, what is up? Max here, the Celeb Talk guy, and you already heard that right. Larissa supposedly has been kicked off of 90 Day Fiance. Guys, I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday. We have so much stuff to talk about. Number one, yeah, you heard that right. Larissa has allegedly been kicked off of 90 Day Fiance. Number two, there has been some spoiler little leaks of the upcoming tell-all on this upcoming Sunday. So I'll kind of share you guys what I saw in these little spoiler leaks. And last but not least, Love After Lockup was on last night, so I'll get more into that in a couple of minutes. But first, Larissa, what is the deal? The news came out from John Yates a day or so ago. I want to say it was like yesterday, that he heard from an inside source that Larissa has been kicked off of 90 Day Fiance. You're probably wondering, well, why? What went down? What happened? And the reason that we all have heard is that because Larissa had this little bit of an engagement, she had a working relationship with this Cam Soda website thing. I don't even really know what it is. I don't know anything about it. But because she had this partnership, this working relationship with them, once 90 Day Fiance and TLC and the producers of the show heard that, they said, nope, enough is enough, and we are washing our hands and we are done. Now let me just say one last time, this is just alleged, but we all know John Yates. The guy is a freaking veteran. He is a rock star in the 90 Day Fiance world. He's very credible, so I am buying it. I feel like it's probably true, and it kind of seems like something that 90 Day Fiance would do. Now, my first take on this is I feel like it's kind of backwards and kind of one-sided because, I mean, think about it. Stephanie, Erica, and a handful of other people have OnlyFans accounts where they are showing literally everything. Like Larissa is not the only person to do this. So why is she appear to be the only person to be kicked off the show? Doesn't that seem kind of one-sided? But maybe there's more to the story. I really don't know. And the interesting part of this whole thing is that according to John Yates, she was kicked off 90 Day Fiance mid-season while filming another season. So I am just standing here thinking, are you seriously kidding me? What is Larissa filming? Like, what was she doing? Are they doing another season of Happily Ever After? Like, we just saw Larissa and Eric, and we saw their extremely boring relationship on this current season of Happily Ever After. What else is there to see? Like, we have seen everything. And I could almost kind of see 90 Day Fiance trying to capture and film Larissa's big OnlyFans, you know, release and whatnot, because 90 Day Fiance is just so crazy and weird. But clearly we now know that is not the case because they just kicked her off for that very reason. So I don't know what they were trying to capture. I don't know why they still find her interesting enough to even film her in the first place. But yes, according to John Yates, Larissa, and I can only assume Eric too, because they are still together and they are kind of like a package deal, were filming a season of 90 Day Fiance, and the 90 Day Fiance producers caught the news of her new relationship with that website. They weren't happy, and it looks like they washed their hands of Larissa. So Larissa is one of the next castmates to be kicked off the show. We kind of saw this happen with baby girl Lisa. We kind of saw it happen with a select few others. It doesn't happen very often, but now it seems like Larissa is next on the list. So guys, before I get into everything else for the day, put in the comments below what you guys think. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Last Saturday, Larissa supposedly got arrested. This Saturday, she supposedly got fired from the show. I don't know if she's just happy or sad or mad. I feel like she's probably pretty indifferent because I heard when she was on that other website, the soda website, whatever it's called or is, she made $100,000 in like 60 minutes. And I can tell you one thing for a fact. Larissa has probably never, ever made over $100,000 from 90 Day Fiance, you know, in an entire year. So for her to make that much money in 1 hour, I could only imagine she's probably just thinking, I'm gonna keep doing these things and just only, you know, 90 Day Fiance, I'm done with it, I don't care. So I can only stand here and guess that she's probably just kind of like, yeah, whatever, not a big deal. She probably likes to be on the show to stay relevant, to stay up to date, to stay current, but I can only guess that Larissa really probably does not care all that much. But like I said earlier, it does seem kind of one-sided and kind of unfair unless there is more behind the scenes, more more to the story that we are not hearing just yet. And like I was saying at the beginning of the video, there is like a 30-minute sneak peek little, I don't even know, video of the upcoming 90 Day Fiance Tell-All Reunion Special. I don't know what it is, I don't know who got it, I don't know where it came from. I am not going to link it anywhere because I don't want to, get involved. But hey, you guys know how to use YouTube. If you want to go on YouTube and search around, I'm sure you can find it because a lot of people are posting it. Now, if you don't remember, the last Tell-All reunion that happened in May, I want to say, it accidentally leaked. It wasn't supposed to go out, but it did. Someone accidentally shared it on YouTube. So it was a very raw version. We got to see a lot of stuff. It was like 10 hours worth of video. I don't think this was the same thing that happened. This seems to be a cut and edited real version of the tell-all, and it's like a 30-minute sneak peek. The weird thing is though, when I go on the TLC Go app, it's not on there. So I don't know if they played it on TV. I don't know where it was. I kind of feel like an idiot that I don't know, but I have no idea. So it's out there. I watched it this morning, and so far the tell-all looks like it's going to be pretty good. We mainly got to see a heck of a lot with Colt, Jess, and Larissa, and Eric, and of course Colt, was obviously with Debbie, and there was just constant fighting. We were in a triangle of having like Jess and Larissa and Eric down here, and then we have Debbie and Colt up top, and they were just fighting and fighting and fighting. Larissa called Colt fat. Colt was kind of throwing comments towards Larissa too. He wasn't really being terribly rude towards Jess, but Jess was clearly not happy. And there was one thing I kind of noticed that I just wanted to mention really quick, is when they were introducing all of the couples and the cast and whatnot, they showed Jess, and then below it said Michigan, which you guys already know, that's my home state. But the funny thing is, okay, well, she was, living in Chicago. Then I heard that she might have moved to Vegas, maybe. Well, now it does prove that she is living in Michigan, which just goes to show that she definitely did go and get married. Because this new man that Jess supposedly did marry is from Michigan. So she must be living there with him. We can only imagine. So anyway, guys, we got to see that. They were fighting like crazy. Pretty boring. I mean, I don't want to use the word boring, but it was just like, it was constant fighting. That was the only thing that we really got to see, was just fighting, fighting, fighting. And it seemed like a lot of the fighting was coming from Larissa. Like, Larissa was screaming at Debbie, and I was kind of just standing there saying, like, why? Why is she so mad at Debbie? I get it. Debbie is crazy and out of her mind and whatnot, but still, it's like, it's been years. You haven't talked to Debbie in years. Why do you really care? And Larissa was fired up. Then we flashed over to Kalani and Asuelu, and the last that we saw them, their relationship was just horrible. It was terrible. And, Asuelu, he wasn't there. He was nowhere to be found. And then all of a sudden, at the last second, in typical 90 Day Fiance fashion, guess who shows up? Yeah, Asuelu came in the last second. He was there, but you could just kind of see in his face and his look, he was not happy, and he clearly did not want to be there or even be a part of the show. But he showed up, and we got to see in another sneak peek for this, 90 Day Fiance reunion special, that they talked to Kalani's mom and Kalani's sister, and Kalani's mom just said, hey, their relationship is pretty much just done, and I do not think that they should stay together. And Kalani, she said the exact same thing. Kalani told the cameras that me and Asuelu have still been fighting. We're not really going in any good direction. We're kind of just going around in circles. We're doing figure eights. We're never really going in a positive direction. And honestly, you guys, I feel like they might possibly still be together, and they're still kind of trying to make their relationship work in present day, but I do kind of believe that they actually are probably on the verge of getting a divorce. Now, we're gonna have to wait and see what actually happens, how this goes down, but after kind of seeing that sneak peek of the tell-all, you could just kind of see, and now that, Kalani's mom is giving Kalani permission and her approval to divorce them and just go our separate ways, I feel like it's only a matter of time before they do just end their marriage. And I don't know what's gonna happen to Asuelu. Maybe he'll go back to Samoa, maybe he'll stay in the States. I really have no idea, but either either way, I feel like they are very, 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 very close to ending their marriage. And like I said, we got to see Colt, Larissa, we got to see Jess, and then we did get to see Elizabeth and Andre and Elizabeth's entire family, the sister and the brother and the dad. And let me just say really quick before I get into this, is Elizabeth's sister Jess, I want to say, started, guess what? An OnlyFans yesterday. So now she, among the other 90 Day Fiance castmates, also has an OnlyFans. Ugh, it's just so stupid, I feel like. But anyway, let's forget that and go into what happened. And what basically happened was, it was typical. Elizabeth and her entire family were standing there and they were complaining. They were constantly complaining about Andre, how he is, how he doesn't do anything. First, Sean, the host of the tell-all, asked Elizabeth, is Andre still a stay-at-home dad? And Andre just said, yes, I am. But he said, however, I am still the head of the household. And you could see he was getting defensive. He was kind of feeling awkward and just uncomfortable. And then that is when Elizabeth was like, well, really, all he really truly does is he'll take the trash out, he'll wash the cars. That's about it. I think he is watching their baby though, so he is doing that. You have to give him credit. I believe he is doing that. But Elizabeth, she wasn't very impressed. You could see she wasn't very happy. She was kind of in a mood. But then they brought in Elizabeth's sister and the family and the dad and the brother, and then they were really upset and it was awkward and it was tense. Now, no, they did not bring up the whole speech situation with the brother at the wedding. So we're gonna have to wait and see what actually happened with that. I really don't know just yet. But they did talk about their relationship, and obviously it's still not going well. So the sneak peek actually looks pretty good. Definitely a heck of a lot of fighting, which that is good and bad. I'm kind of indifferent. Fingers crossed that it's actually a solid tell-all. My biggest concern, the more I think about it, is that this is a 3-part tell-all, and I think it's going to be 2-hour episodes each. So 6 hours of a tell-all. That seems like a little much. I mean, I could do a 2-part tell-all, but a 3-part tell-all? Come on, that seems like a lot. But we're gonna have to wait and see until tomorrow night, Sunday night, and guys, I am so excited. And like I also said at the beginning of this video, you already know what was on last night on the WeTV channel, and that is Love After Lockup. Now first, we have some pretty exciting news with some of the couples. First, let's talk about Lacey and Shane. Guess what? Yay, yay, yay. Lacey is pregnant. They were trying to have a baby, and amazingly, they had to go through a lot of different medical stuff, and I'm happy for them. I wish them the best. I think Shane's a little bit nervous, a little bit concerned because he is younger. I mean, he's only like 22, and so, he's still kind of starting out in his career. I'm a little nervous about that, but I wish them well, and they are having a baby. We also got to see Michael and Sarah, and what went down was Michael was supposed to be in Michigan 2 or 3 days before his daughter's birthday party, but of course, typical Michael, he was nowhere to be found and he wasn't even answering his phone. For whatever reason, he was acting like he got stuck up in Michigan, which, hey, my hometown, I love Michigan. I think it is hilarious that Michael is from there. But anyway, he was acting like he was stuck. He was saying that he could not get over to New York in enough time. But thankfully, he made it to the daughter's birthday party with like 4 minutes to spare. And he was getting ready to walk in, and that is when Sarah, met him outside and said, hey, you're welcome to come inside, but I need to let you know that I have met a new man, and he is inside at the birthday party. And Michael, who I kind of thought for a split second might be mature and normal and just a normal, mature adult, but no, he did the complete opposite, and he freaked the crap out, and he was just like, what? Oh my God. So he was freaking out, and he was storming into the birthday party, and it looked like he was going to confront her new boyfriend and maybe even kind of start somewhat of a fight. And then, of course, guess what, Love After Lockup did? They ended the show. So now we have to wait until next week to see what he actually does, if he starts a fight, if he confronts him. I mean, knowing Michael might just be all talk. Maybe Michael will walk into the birthday party and not even look at the guy, not even talk at the guy, and go see his daughter. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, but it looked like he was going to start a fight. Yeah, we saw Angela and Tony, and now this new guy named Ross, who Angela, for whatever reason, seems, feels the need to say his name every freaking like 3 seconds. She was friends with a guy named Ross before she met Tony. Then her and Ross broke up and they kind of ended their relationship in her words. And then, of course, she met Tony, and then that relationship with Tony just went crazy and all over the place. But she has still kept Ross in the back of her pocket, and now that she appears to be single, she is communicating with Ross again. And on last night's episode, we got to meet this Ross character, and he seemed oddly similar to Tony. He's definitely kind of a louder mouth kind of a guy, you know, a little loose, a little crazy. He was kind of saying a lot of different stuff. I still, to this day, do not understand why Angela can't just meet a man that is not in prison. Like, what is wrong with men like her friend Tommy? Her friend Tommy came over. He has proposed to her like a handful of times. He clearly is in love with her, but for whatever reason, Angela has no interest. So Angela, I feel like she's just kind of shooting her shot in the wrong places. And so she's still going after the wrong guys, in my opinion. Now she's trying to go after this Ross guy, but he really didn't seem much better or much different than Tony. And we got to see some other stuff too. We got to see Brittany and Marcelo. It was a sad scene, honestly. Brittany's mom, she's going through a lot. It really did suck to see because it seemed raw, it seemed real, and Brittany's mom is seriously going through some incredibly hard times, and it just kind of looked like Brittany probably has to end her relationship with her mom because her mom is going through so much stuff right now, which is just sad, and it really sucks to see. So guys, love after Lockup. It was an incredible show, and like always, it's only an hour long, which is completely a blessing and a curse. That's amazing it's only an hour long because I can sit there and watch it real quick, but it's also, it kind of sucks because now we don't know what happens with like Angela and this Ross guy, and we have no idea what happens with Michael and Sarah's new boyfriend. So we're going to have to wait once again until next Friday. Well guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will likely, honestly, not be catching you guys tomorrow on Sunday, but Monday, y'all already know. After that 90 Day Fiance tell-all is on, I will be right back here, hopefully, knock on wood, and I'll be right back here with a very good recap video, and I hope you guys will be here to check it out. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to tap that like button, comment below your thoughts from everything I was just talking about, and make sure to stay tuned for many more videos.